If you're asked to write an equation and you're given a point and a slope, you're going to use what's called the point-slope formula. It's probably the easiest formula to use to find an equation of a line. The point-slope formula is given right here in black. But I like to manipulate the point-slope formula by getting y by itself. So if I was going to get y by itself, I could add this y sub 1. So another way, to write this would be y equals m x minus x1 plus y1. And what we're going to do is we're going to plug in the slope, and the x1, y1 is a point. So here's x1, here's y1, here's m. Let's go ahead and plug it in. Y equals -3 x minus, because this part right here is part of the formula. The x value is 7, and the y value is -1. So now we're just going to simplify by distributing. So y equals -3x. A negative times a negative is a positive 21 minus 1. So y equals -3x plus 20. There's my final equation. I can state now that my slope is -3 and my y-intercept is 20. So at this point I could go ahead and graph it. Well, what happens if I'm given 2 points? This formula that's on the screen is point and a slope. Well, right now I only have 2 points. So step 1 is I'm going to have to find the slope. And let's use the formula, and I always start with a division line and 2 negatives. The y's, so I'm going to underline the y's. The y's go on top. The x's go on the bottom. So that gives me -6 on the top, -2 on the bottom, which reduces down to 3. And 3 is my slope. Step 2, we're going to take the slope and a point. You get to choose which point. I'm just going to choose the first one. A lot of times I choose the one that has the least amount of negatives. So here's my x1 and here's my y1. So let's plug it in. Y equals the slope, which is 3, x minus the x value is 3, plus the y value. Now let's distribute. I get 3x minus 9 and bring everything else down. I have like terms right there, so my equation is y equals 3x minus 7, where the slope is 3 and the y-intercept is -7.